what I had on my notes before is we were just talking about it. I had on my notes upcoming entertainment district season. I don't think we've talked much about it, but I really wanted to focus on the last two episodes because I want to spend like an hour on each of these. But I mean, shit, there's so much to fucking.
So let's just start off with the uh, entertainment district arc so far, especially in the last few episodes. So episode like 5 through 8, where they started confronting the big bad guy of
Bruh.
this arc,
Bruh.
has been so sick.
Bruh.
And the intro to Uzui's character as well was fucking great. Like them just chilling and then him showing up and trying to kidnap one of those girls, and they're like, "We'll go instead," and then it immediately cuts to the entertainment district or whatever, and
Dude,
him like trying
okay.
to pawn them off as workers and girls or whatever.
Dude, I was gonna cover that too. Isn't that a fucked up storyline? Dude, they're whoring out little like kids to figure out information about demons to kill them.
Yeah, I mean
That's
they're
fucking
they're not
insane.
literal whores, I don't think.
Well, I mean,
Although some of the escorts or what do they call them? Geisha? Geisha, is that what we're
I
calling it?
think it's heavily insinuated.
Yeah, some of the geisha are obviously what would you call it? Escorts, I suppose.
Mm,
But
happy endings.
I don't like. I think we could give the benefit of the doubt. I don't think all of them are doing that.
Mm.
We don't know.
It's just putting them into that environment so fucking fast. It just having that as a whole plot is just crazy to me, and I fucking love it. I love how dark everything is and how like menacing and just dude, that last fucking fight, the sword, dude, they were just clashing and clashing, and I'm just like my jaws dropped. I'm like, this animation looks phenomenal. I can't even handle it. So I don't know. I don't remember when or what we talked about regarding this, but who was your favorite character in the last arc, and who is it now? Is it the same? Is it different? I'm pretty sure we
Who
did
was
like
my favorite character
top
in the
three.
Mugen Train arc?
Yes.
I don't think we ever discussed. We discussed the movie, which I mean was basically like just a is what the that last season was just the movie retold.
Yeah.
Um, but I mean, it's pretty hard to not like Rengoku.
Dude.
Kyojuro Rengoku is pretty solid intro to the Hashiras because the only other one we'd met before that, I believe, or no, we met the water guy who learned under the same master that our main character did, and then we also saw the butterfly one. So I guess we'd seen two before this,
Yeah, we had like
but
really seen two, and we saw all of them very briefly at that like meeting. Remember whenever they were all at that little place, but we hadn't
right, we
delved
saw all of them, right, but we hadn't really gotten any other interactions or delved
right.
into them like you were about to say. I feel like this was a great dive into the Flame Hashira, and dude, the stuff even in the entertainment district arc that we have going right now, they're covering some of the recap some of the stuff that happened in the Flame arc or in the Mugen Train arc again,
Yeah.
with his dad coming back up and the whole journey for our main character to find this like art that his father learned, this breathing technique, the Hino or no, what is it? It's shit.
Are you talking about
What
the
is it?
breathing
It's like
technique
the flame.
or that
Yeah,
move
yeah.
that he
What is it
did?
called? It's like Hinokami. Is it Hinokami
The
Kagura?
Hinukami Kagura?
Hinokami Kagura. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. The dance of the fire god.
Bruh, that's insane. And I completely agree with you. He was 100% my favorite character, and I for the fact that he's so phenomenal, and for the fact that they just killed him off, I love and hate that decision.
I know, man.
But they're doing it so much justice because he's like an underlining like plot right now. They're going back to it because it's like what the main character is trying to achieve. It just keeps going back to flashbacks, and we keep seeing more and more, and I love
Yeah,
it. I'm loving every second of it. His dad is very interesting to me.
he kind of his dad is, and I feel like the stuff we recently learned is pretty interesting. Where he's writing a letter to I keep forgetting the main character's name again. What is his name?
Tanjiro.
Tanjiro. Yes,
Dude,
he was writing a
what?
letter to Tanjiro.
I have the same issue. Like I remember everybody else's name, and then I'm just like the main character, Demon Slayer, main character, Demon Slayer, Tanjiro. Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just super bad with names in general. Like
Oh, believe me, me too.
I'm super bad with him. The only reason I know Kyojiro and the Flame Hashira is because they say it so fucking much in the past like two arcs. And also I guess because he was like my favorite character in the last arc. He made the last arc worth watching. He
Oh
reminds me,
my
so what I was gonna
god.
say is he kind of reminds me of a Kamina type character or like an Ace type character, like a older
Yeah,
brother figure for the main character that is like this bold and unrelenting with like his ideals or whatever. Similarly, especially Kamina is that way. He just like refuses to back down and kind of like imparts this mentality onto Simone and Gurren Lagann. And I feel like that's kind of what the Flame Hashira was doing to our three main characters, like our squad.
dude,
He was
because
like
you saw
imparting
how much
them
they
these
loved
ideals,
him.
just like right. And even during the fights in that arc and in this current arc, it keeps flashing back to things he said, and it like
Hmm.
inspires the characters. You could tell it had an impact on them, which I
It's
think
like
is
the
cool.
fucking
I think
first
it's a
sensei
trope,
that just
basically.
passed away too soon. Damn, man,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
yeah.
cry, dude.
But yeah, definitely. Rengoku. Rengoku is a solid character.
Okay, so who is your favorite character right now in this entertainment district?
It's a really good question, man.
I really can't like I go to Inosuke, but I haven't seen enough of him to really say
Right.
that right now.
They're kind of taking
We're
a
about
minor
to.
role. Yeah, so I feel like we're gonna see some fighting from them here pretty soon. Um, but I mean, the person we've seen fight the most this arc so far is Tanjiro, and he's been fucking killing it, dude.
Bruh, don't even get me
It
fucking
was
started.
so crazy.
Bruh.
Um, I think honestly he's my favorite character right now.
I think bruh, only because of
Like
that
Uzui is
last
really lovable, but he's not Tanjiro.
I'm going with Nezuko because of that
Okay,
last
okay.
fucking
Dude, that
bruh.
was insane.
That
The
was
transformation
dude,
was
I saw those
crazy.
flowers come up and I'm like, bruh, she's about to unleash hell on earth. She's getting her limbs chopped off and like still going. Dude, that lady that they were fighting has the power to beat like 6 Hashiras, was it?
Oh no, she was saying that's how many they had defeated, not
That
all
they
at once.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like she's beat like 6 Hashiras.
Yeah. She's beat like six, and I think the older brother said he had beat like
It was like double that or something
yeah, it was like
more than
11
that.
or somewhere between 11 and 15, I think. Uh, seems correct. I don't know.
That and I wanted to
Number
talk
that
about
I recall.
yeah, and I wanted to talk about that a little later because I was trying to determine power levels, and that was kind of like the first introduction. It's just like how the demons like just say we've beat only 2 or we've beat 3. So I kind of like think of that as a power level. Is that wrong or is that right to think of it like that?
I
Like you
we
think
don't
you can
really have
judge
any
it?
other way. We don't really have any other way of thinking about it. But we also don't really have a way of knowing how strong the previous Hashiras were that they were fighting.
True.
Uh, but what we can do is we can look at the current Hashiras and assume that their power level is similar to other power levels. However, when Uzui like hit her whenever he first entered or whatever, they were like the older brother or not whenever he first did it, but like whenever the older brother first came out and he was like being all, "Oh, you have three wives. Oh, isn't that good for you? You motherfucker!" Like fucking losing his mind. talking about how like how jealous he is of Uzui or whatever, and he was like saying something along the lines of you're like a extremely rare talent.
Yeah,
So I
because he's a
wonder,
shinobi.
right. So I wonder if that means that he is stronger than previous Hashiras, or like compared to Rengoku in particular. I'm curious,
I
like
think
how strong is he compared to the Flame Hashira? Because a huge like a huge part of the Flame Hashira dying was him also trying to protect the rest of the people while he was fighting that like upper six demon.
right,
So that's kind of what I'm trying to base the power scale off of, is how strong are they compared to Rengoku, or how strong are they compared to like our three main characters.
right.
Um,
Because our three main
and
characters
honestly,
are
I'm not sure yet.
rising rapidly. Oh, and the thing that they, fuck, what was this? It was, I think it was one of the first episodes. They showed a little chart, and it was like, we're ranked this now. They have like a ranking system because they said
Yeah,
they're on level with,
demons. Oh, you mean the demon slayers? Right,
yeah,
right,
the
right,
demon
right.
slayers.
Yeah, that's just like their rank within the organization. It probably roughly equates to how strong they are, but it's probably more about like accomplishments
So
than just how strong they are.
so is that kind of
Granted,
like,
they're kind of go hand in hand.
is that kind of like whenever Naruto was going up and getting like B tier, S tier, like he would move up? Okay, so it's kind of like that kind of
It's
comparison.
like when he was leveling up from Geinin to Chonin to Jonin to like
Ah,
Hokage. It's
okay,
that type of thing. It's that type of thing, I
okay.
believe.
I
Um,
think so too. That makes
And I
sense.
think what it sounded like is it was based off of accomplishments or recommendations. Because if you recall, at the end of the first season, I believe is when it was, or maybe it was at the end of the Mugen Train season. I'm not sure. I think it was the second season, where I forget who it was. Is like bending down in front of like the master or whatever, and she's like, "I would like to recommend all three of them for whatever rank."
Oh yeah. Oh, okay,
You remember
yeah.
that scene?
You're
Like at
right.
the end of, I think it was the end of season two. It might have been the end of season one, but I think it was season two. Um, So it was based off of like their accomplishments essentially, and they had got a recommendation from a higher, ranked person within the organization. So it comes with some more weight to it, I guess.
Shit.
Similar to how a Jonin could probably recommend Gainin to rank up to Chunin, or Chunin to rank up to Jonin, that type of thing. Uh,
Everything is crystal clear
it's
now.
like based on accomplishments and recommendations. Similar, right? Similar to how I assume like most armies would work. I don't actually know anything about the army. That's just completely speculation on my part. There might be more clearly defined merits for promotion, especially for the lower ranks. I imagine that that is true,
They
but
go by power
for the upper
level.
ranks, I imagine that it is based more on. They go by power level. Yeah, they go by power level. Each of the generals in the army, in the U.S. Army, fight each other fisticuffs. They have a yearly tournament to determine the ranking of the generals.
Dude, one of these generals
That's
is
how it
gonna come
works.
up. It's gonna be like a
That's some anime
shonen.
shit right there.
Yeah, yeah. It's gonna be like a shonen. Like some general's gonna rise up to the ranks, and then unlock this new profound
Definitely.
power that they're trying to like keep a secret from the entire world.
He's then going to use to dominate over all the other ones. Yeah. Oh, okay. He's going to use it. He's going to keep it a secret. I
Yeah,
got
yeah,
you.
yeah. I'm kind of following
Uh,
along some One Piece shit that's been going on. That's what it reminded me of.